What's up, trillionaires? What is going on? I could not go to sleep without recognizing this man right here, because this man is truly a boss. Let's be the cost. Shout out to Brian Beane, baby. You knocked out $300 a day in guaranteed income. You breaking records right now, champ. Shout out to you, my brother. You broke history, champ. You hit the level that nobody hit yet. That's crazy, bro. Listen, we talk about this all day long. What's up, Deandra? We talk about this all day long about this guaranteed income that we have on the table, right? In my company. We talk about anywhere from $150 to $1,000 a day. A day. And Mr. Brian Beane just knocked out $300 a day. $300 a day. That's $9,000 a month in just one way of pay, y'all. He's the first one to do it. So just like anything else in life, before there was the first millionaire, somebody had to do it. Now that goal has been achieved, there's many more millionaires, just tons of millionaires now. Same thing with billionaire status. Before there was billionaires, people thought it was impossible to break the billionaire status, right? But now there's many billionaires. The same thing happened in this company. Listen, we breaking records all day over here at MWR Financial. We had an amazing day. We had an amazing day with amazing people sharing this amazing plan during this coronavirus pandemic. And in the coronavirus pandemic, we're not losing money. We're actually earning and growing money. Do you understand what just happened here? This gentleman went from $200 a day, or went from starting at the bottom, $150 a day, and now he's at $300 a day. All he does is share videos and collect decisions. We have formulas and frameworks that we use here, and all you gotta do is follow the formula and the framework, and you'll have the same results that Mr. Brian Beane is having. Listen, I'm giving props due. This gentleman came out here in like less than 6 months. He's knocked out, there's 2 more levels of the guaranteed income, y'all. And he knocked out $300 a day. That means if for some reason he goes on vacation, he goes away, chill out for a whole month, and he don't make any sales in his business, not a customer, not a rep, guess what? At the end of the month, if Brian doesn't make $9,000 a month, the company's going to pay $9,000 a month to him on that next month on the 10th. Do y'all understand what that really means, y'all? That means you no longer have to worry about the bills. You now can live and breathe above the bills. His bills has been taken care of. And that extra money, that $9,000 and one way of pay, guys, just one way of pay. Let me ask you a question. How many of you guys been on your job for 6 months and you already generating a $300 a day income? Hold up. That's, as a business owner, you pay taxes at the end. So he's getting that $9,000 up front, and then he gets to write off everything he got to write off so he can keep more of the $9,000, because we have experts that's going to make sure Mr. Brian Beane is taken care of, to where everything that he has in his business, like right now this camera I'm shooting on, the lights that's beaming on my face, the internet that I'm using this service on, same thing he be using, he gets to write that off, so that doesn't even touch his $9,000. Do you understand what's going on? In a pandemic, where people are losing their jobs, we're helping people get money in their pocket, because he can't do it. He cannot be at $3,300 a day if he has to help many other people get it at their levels of guaranteed income. All the areas that got $100 a day, $50 a day. See, the only way we can win is by helping you win. And I'm super excited for Mr. Brian Beane, because he set the example of what is possible. So like anybody who breaks records, there's always going to be somebody going to come behind it and break that record. Who is going to be? It could be you, because we all have the same system that Brian Beane used to get to where he's at $300 a day. This is all about Brian Beane and the people that helped Brian Beane get there. You got to give props due. You got to celebrate in order to be celebrated. And I'm taking the time out right now to celebrate Brian Beane, because he broke the record. No one hit $300 a day until today. This is a proof and a testament that, guess what? This works. Now, y'all can sit there and be skeptical all you want to. But like I said, I experienced guaranteed income to the level where My money came on the temp, and I know Brian is definitely experiencing this guaranteed income because the CEO and founder, Mr. Brian House, loves to pay out, and he pay out on time, baby. Shout out to you, Mr. Brian House, for not just putting this compensation plan in, but to enforce it to make sure that it's being paid out accordingly. So shout out to you, Mr. Brian House, for all that you do. Shout out also to you for that $50 pizza party that you gave me. I appreciate you. See, when you become a district and higher, you're able to do things that you wouldn't be able to do at a low level because of all the people that you've helped. So at the end of the day, listen, I got a guy who's an engineer who just told me he makes about $300 an hour as an engineer, but he works 60 hours to achieve it. A week, 60 hours, right? No time to himself. He makes $313, but that's before taxes, y'all. Before taxes. So by the time he gets taxed, he's making about $200 an hour. So he lost $100 an hour from the government to the government. And here at MWR Financial, you get your $300 up front. And then you get to write off all the bills that you may have incurred to operate this business. And the bills that we have are now expenses. So the cable bill, the light bill, the rent, part of the rent is written off. If you're making a phone call in your car, your miles is tax writable. Your car note, your insurance. What that means with the tax write-off, meaning they cannot tax you on that expense. That means you can't tax me put it like this. If all my bills came up to $3,000, guess what? The government can't tax me on $9,000. They could only tax me on $6,000 because $3,000 goes in bills, right? $3,000 goes towards the expenses I've accrued doing this business. You see, these expenses was going to happen anyway. You're going to have cable anyway. You're going to have your car note anyway. You're going to have your car anyway. You're going to have insurance. You're going to have to pay for it anyway, right? But you had to pay taxes on every single one of those things. Now because we're business owners and now that Brian making $300 a day, not putting in 40 hours a week of work, all we do is literally share videos like this, collect decisions, and help people get in a position to do the same thing that we're able to do. And we're able to make $300 a day in less than a year of being in this company. When's the last time you was earning $3,000 a day guaranteed? Ask yourself that question. When was the last time you made $300 a day, okay, from your job, from your career, from whatever? $3,000 a day? $300 a day, which is $9,000 a month? Now, I know some friends of mine that have been working their job 20 years. 20 years. Nowhere near $9,000 a month. I need you to understand what I'm talking about right now. I need it to sink into your head because we're a part of the company that is unlocking this kind of guaranteed income to the point where if you don't make it, the company's going to pay it. But here's the truth of the matter. When you have $300 a day, guess what? You're not even worried about the $300 a day because you're making way more than that. So you're going to actually don't even need the guarantee because you're going to make that by production because the momentum that's going on inside of your organization is the most powerful momentum you want to have. This weekend right now is a powerful, momentous movement with this viral stimulus credit that we're giving everybody. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people that own jobs, do affiliate products, have their own books, but guess what? There's nothing that beats the power of leverage. It's so powerful, we were trained to go to work to leverage a job so the job can leverage us. We was trained to go to work. We was trained to raise up in school to want and work hard for a job so that job can leverage us. I was talking to a gentleman earlier today, right? And he was like, this is like one of them pyramid things. I said, exactly. It's the strongest structure known to man. Here's the deal. If there was not one person at the top and it was 100 bosses, nothing would get done. Because there's too many different egos going on and that thing would not get done. You need somebody to make a decision and have it go forward down. But here's the difference. At our jobs, we have a pyramid structure. It's the strongest structure known to man. I don't know how that became a negative thing, but I'm going to clear it up for you right now. A pyramid is the strongest structure known to man. And if that's the case, everything successful is in pyramid form. So let me be clear. guess what? At your job, you can never be the CEO, or multiple people can never be the CEO. But in this pyramid form, you can be the person at the top, and you can create people that have their own version at the top. Better yet, in this pyramid, guess what? I can put you in business, but you can make more money than me. You see, it's really happening here. Listen, $1,000 a day is right around the corner for some people. We just unlocked $300 a day. And I say we because Brian is an example of what we all are able to do here. Brian knocked out $300 a day. Come on. And that's just one way to pay. So in this pyramid, you get to create new pyramids of people. And guess what? Their success is your success. And guess what? No matter who brought you in, you get to surpass whoever brought you in. But in your job, you can never surpass the CEO unless you become appointed as a CEO. So you've been at that job 20, 30, 40 years, nowhere near millionaire. You can't surpass the top guy in the company, right? But in this particular structure, you can come in here and surpass me and the top earner. It's all based on your work ethic. $300 a day? In less than 6 months? And that's just the beginning. That's just one of the guaranteed incomes. We still got a whole nother guaranteed income that pays anywhere from $500,000 to $100,000 a month. So after you get the $30,000 a month by being at $1,000 a day, we have another milestone to hit, which is the $500,000 to $100,000 a month. Then when you hit that part, and you have listen, you can't hit that part unless you help other people hit levels below that. And then we get to check match those who hit anywhere from $500,000 to $100,000 a day. And shout out to the person that brought Mr. Beane in, because they check match Mr. Beane 25%. Imagine you brought in somebody like Mr. Beane and he surpassed you. You're not a rock star. You don't have 20 years experience in this industry, but you was able to attract a Brian Beane by doing what? Being coachable and doing the frameworks that we have for you. Implementing the frameworks and take your emotions out and just go. Once you do that, you become an attraction magnet, and then you may attract a Brian Beane into your organization, and if he surpasses you, guess what? 25% check match on Mr. Brian Beane's efforts. Now, how cool is this? You brought him in, but he makes more money than you, but guess what? You make 25% of 300. You make $75 every single day that Mr. Brian Beane makes his $300. You do the math. You see, this is the power of leveraging people. Connecting and leveraging people, because at the end of the day, you're in business with people. You're not in the hair business. You're not in the IT business. You're not in the weight loss business. You are in the people business. And by helping people get what they want, you ultimately get every single thing that you want. Once you understand that and you be coachable and you apply the blueprint, that it literally works. Shout out to Davina Michelle Wilson. This woman literally followed the blueprint, and that's why she's destined to have the success here. Just want to give a shout out, because people that are following the blueprint, they're seeing results. And Mr. Brian Beane put the frameworks in place to make sure that everyone inside of MWR Financial wins. He's selfless, and he gives selfishly. He gives selflessly. Listen, my mouth is, I've been talking all day, all right? But because of that, this man is winning left and right. Matter of fact, he had a goal, and he's on track to do his goals. What is your business goals? You need to get that. You need to understand what rank you're going to be at, what level of income you're going to be at what time. And now that you have that goal, now you work backwards to figure out what it is that you need to do to achieve the goals that you're setting for yourself. You see him on my board? I must win so my team wins. Listen, I got a race that I was excited, but I got my goals right on my board, man. Okay? We're not playing over here. At the end of the day, what is your financial goals, man? You got to get clear. Because Brian saw $300 a day. Matter of fact, he saw $1,000 a day. He just passing through 300. That's not what he's stopping at. But he's the first person to unlock $300 a day, and that must be celebrated. That has to be celebrated. Because that lets you know here at MWR Financial, we don't talk about it, we live it. This is a true story. We live it. All right? So when you partner with us, you get the same frameworks that Brian Beane is using. When you partner with anybody at MWR Financial, you get the same frameworks that Brian Beane is using to achieve the results that Brian Beane is achieving. Let's be clear. This is a selflessness company, and each one of us are giving of ourselves selfishly, right? Because we understand is once all of us win, the whole company wins. So the point where it's like, oh, you in MWR Financial? I want in. That's where we're going. That's where we're at. Because no matter who you join in MWR Financial, you have the same frameworks to win like any leader here is winning. There's no excuse. There's no like, oh, my team is your team. But none of that here. We all get the same frameworks to do the work that's necessary to grant you the result that you desire. So I'm saying this because at the end of the day, guys, this is happening, man. This is happening whether you believe it or not. We got the proof in the post below this video. The actual screenshot showing you what his income is now. Income disclaimer. His results is not typical. His results is not typical. It took him focusing on one thing and putting massive energy. He took the time out to work hard smartly, take his emotions out, and focus on one thing until that thing is done. You see, a lot of us want to do multiple things, and at the end of the day, we can, but where energy goes, attention flows. So if all your energy is here and you focus on your goals here, you can compress time frame like Brian Beane just did, get to your goals, leverage that money to do the other things you want to do. No one said you can't do what you want to do, but you got to focus first, compress time frame, get to the goals, and going to take care of your other goals. I need you guys to understand it because this is powerful. Let me ask you a question. This is $300 a day guaranteed. You see, one thing I like about this company is they have something called guaranteed. Guaranteed income meaning if you don't make it, we pay it. Ask yourself this question. What am I doing right now that if I don't make it, the company is going to pay it? If you got a company that's going to pay you, whether you make the money or not after you unlock the levels, type, I want to know the company. Type the company name that's giving you guaranteed income. I need to know this. Type the job, the company name, or whatever that's going to pay you, whether you make it or not. That's like going to work and saying, all right, y'all, on your 11th year working with us, if you're on the board, if you're scheduled to work 40 hours, but you only come in and work 20 hours, we're going to pay you the entire 40 hours of work. How many of you would have worked your job for the 11th year so that you can get access to that guarantee to where if you only work 20 hours, the company's going to pay you 40 hours? They're like, oh, I'll go 11 years for that. We don't have to wait 11 years to get that happening to us. Brian Beane did it in less than 6 months. $300 a day, that's IT pay. That's high-level IT pay or whatever. Matter of fact, name professions the professions below that pay you $300 a day. If you guys know any profession that will pay you $300 a day, name them below. Because guess what? We didn't have to go to no school to learn this trade. We didn't have to do anything but do what? Let the experts do what the experts do, and let us go ahead and share the videos explaining what the experts do and how they can get a position to earn by sharing the same video that they saw. This is what we get paid to do. Share videos, collect decisions, onboard our team so they know exactly what to do when they join us. Rinse and repeat. If you can get in the system where you can send a text, make a phone call, shoot a video, share a video, and then collect a decision, then you can be at $300 a day yourself. If it took you 5 years to do that, would you do that? Would you work 5 years to have the ability to make $300 a day? If you had your job 5 years already and you're not making $300 a day, then you better raise your hand. I just had a conversation with another gentleman because they're coming in. That's $9,000 a month, and that's just one way of pay. How many of you guys working your job right now and you're making $9,000 a month after taxes? If your answer is not me, I'm not at a job where I'm making $9,000 a month and I've been there more than 5 years, then you need to really take a serious look at this information that we share with you. You need to text the number that's in this post with the keyword, so we can show you the blueprint. We can show you the business that is allowing people like Brian Beane to get $300 a day into his pocket, whether he earns it or whether the company pays it. Okay? That's the secret sauce. That's the sauce, that secret sauce that allow you to be stress-free. You and your spouse can now be stress-free because you ain't got to worry about where the money coming in. You know, I used to drive over 5 years. And in 1 year, I was able to replace my income and make more than I was making in Uber working 12-hour days. And mind you, I was scared to let it go because I was so used to that hustle and bustle. But when this pandemic happened and you really can't go out there and work, I was so grateful that I was already set up to a point where I was able to win, just like Brian is. Brian been set up, but he's showing you guys what's possible right now in this time. In this time, like we always told you, there's somebody losing and somebody winning. It's time for you to get on the winning team. It's time for you to get on the winning side. So whoever shared this watch party with you, whoever you're seeing this from, you want to definitely text them or get back with an inbox them or bird send a kite, send a whatever, and say, show me that program. Like the guy in Wolf of Wall Street. He's like, you send me a check for $7,000 right now, I quit my job and work for you. You show me a check for $70,000 right now, I'm gonna quit my job and gonna work for you. That's what we're doing here right now. We're showing you a check that Mr. Brian Beane made of $300 a day. Let you know what's possible in this program to make it. We got the frameworks, so you ain't gotta worry about, well, how do you do it? What do you do? We have the frameworks. All you gotta do is implement what we want to share with you, and the sky's the limit for you. Your hustle, no one can hold back your hustle. No one can hold back your grind. No one can hold back your ambition. So you can get in here and surpass whoever brought you in, and you at that $300 level a day. What would $300 a day do for you right now in this pandemic? Don't worry, I'll wait. This is real, and I'm super excited. That's why I have to give him massive props. Massive, massive props. That's a boss move right there. That's why I had to play the song. So I ain't gonna play the song loud because they be muting my music over here in Facebook. So I gave y'all a little snippet. Oh, disclaimer, I don't own the rights to this music, Facebook, but I'm just on a serious note, guys. I'm just super excited for Mr. Brian Beane. He made a tremendous mark in this business, and he gave a lot of people validation, right? To know that they was in the right place, to know that they are in the right place, and at the end of the day, big people, big time people who have big visions, seen this vision here, and they said, I have to align myself with this vision. That's what Mr. Brian Beane has done. That's what other leaders have done, and it's now your turn and your time. Get up off. Don't just watch me like I'm an episode of Atlanta. What do you call that? What do you call that damn thing? I don't watch you like that. But Hip Hop Atlanta. Don't watch me like I'm Hip Hop Atlanta because I'm in Atlanta and I'm a fly dude, whatever. You know what I'm saying? With the button up. You know what I mean? I need you to get in the game. We just sponsored you. And now it's time to get in the game. Let you be the all-star of your financial future. It's time for you to be the all-star of your financial future. The LeBron James of your household. But with this financial game. Oh, mark my words. I talk big because I live big and I think big. We're going to have a powerful superstar and highly paid basketball star partner with us in MWR Financial. I already called them, but when it happens, y'all going to know. They call him LB. All right? So at the end of the day, that used to be my song in 12th grade year. Word there. Let's go. I'm running, period. We running, period, Pooh. We running. It's time for you to run with us. Stop watching us and get in the game and start running with us. We got one more day for this viral stimulus credit where you can get in our company $100 less than what it costs to get in our company after Sunday. Be the one to change your future and your family's future by pulling the trigger and saying, yes, I need to be a part of this program where I'm learning about my money, who has it, and how to get it back. Period, Pooh. It's your turn, your time. Listen, I love every single one of you guys. Once again, shout out to you, Brian Beane, for knocking out $300 a day. You knocked the record off. You kicked it off. The next level is $500 a day, and the level after that is $1,000 a day. This man only got 2 more levels to unlock to be that $1,000 a day in one way of pay. We talking about rapper money. We talking about celebrity money in a sec. That's just one way. One little way, $30,000 a month. That's beginner money for the wealthy, right? But shoot, it's time for us to get it. We deserve it, so why not get it? It's here for us. If you're watching this live, that means you deserve what I'm talking about. If you're watching this live right now on the replay, it's your turn. This message is not for me. This message is for you to receive and act on. Because out of the millions of people in the world, you're on my live right now to receive this message about Mr. Brian Beane unlocking $300 a day. And we tell you we got the blueprint to get it done for you. All you got to do is say, yes, I believe in myself. I deserve more than what I got. My family deserves more than what we got. And it's time to make a change. And I'm going to make a change with y'all. Let's lock arms and let's make it happen. Let's change futures. Let's become the wealthy family that everybody remembers, because our generation was started with us and it's dug deep and it can't be knocked away because of the wealthy strategy that we are putting in place from our experts. Hey, Tamika Sanders. Oh, it's go time. Oh, it's super go time. So like I said, congratulations, Brian Beane. And like I always say around this time, like, comment, or share with somebody you love, like, or hate, because it's time to be great. So let's be great. I'll see you guys next live. Peace.